Hello everyone, Deviacon here. First of all, before I begin, I'd like to say good news. I have a new camera and a new tripod, so you're not going to see me fucking around with those all the time anymore. Yay! So anyway, this is my revised, custom Dark of the Moon Voyager Megatron version 2, Harbinger of Death. I gave him a little subtitle there just because, mainly because of all the extra accessories and other cool crap I gave him. And first of all, I opted not to do the transformation on him, the transform from truck to robot mode, just because I just opted not to. The one, he still transforms just fine. The only real difference now is that with his new hands and his new head, they do need to be removed when I transform him into his truck mode. The hands, there's just no room for them, like literally, and you can't fold them up. They're much too big. His head is just a little too big. I really tried to hollow things out enough and get the head in the right position. It just, I can't get it to fit in there. So yeah, those are really the only main things when transforming him, but if you really want to see him transform, just watch the other video. It's the exact same thing. So anyway, first of his little add-ons here, got little Igor minifigure here, who, at 1 inch tall is one of my proudest pieces of work, just because I feel I got him so accurate and just so good. And first of all, you see me holding this here is because his little walking stick is not connected. I still haven't fully decided if I want to connect it permanently or not, so for now it just kind of sits in his hand. And his little tongue there is removable. Oh, I actually got it in there pretty good. It's been kind of loose for a while now, but no, and his tongue is also posable. It's just wire with that plasti dip stuff that is very fun to play with. So then Igor himself here, and now I can do the awesome autofocus here. Oh, come on, I just turned the focus on, you son of a bitch. I know you can focus. There we go. So you can see all the nice little detail there, his lower jaw, his teeth. Just all around really nice. His left eye there, the bigger one. His left, our right. Just a nice little bulbous eye. Has that little dim light on there, and his other eye is dimmed out, kind of blue. And this is all taken from render pictures. He's got his little backpack of junk there that was just made from scrap pieces. And he actually was made from a long haul head, or the closest thing. I like my long haul figure, and it's kind of hard to find and expensive now, so I just made a mold of my long haul head and used that for Igor. And it turned out just fine, because I ended up tearing up a lot of it anyway, so. But anyway, Igor himself is also articulated for the tiny figure that he is. The only thing that isn't really articulated is this leg right here. It's just kind of a peg leg. But the other leg here is on a ball joint. And a hinge. And then this arm here is on its own little swivel hinge, or whatever you want to call it. And then another ball joint here. And then his other arm is just on a single hinge there at the shoulder. And oh crap. And I actually do kind of have to play around with him a little bit to get him to stand up sometimes, just cause, sometimes I get his leg in the right position and he just falls over. But for the most part, he stands up really well on his own. He doesn't even need the little walking stick I made for him. But it's really hard to see where that goes. There we go. So I got Igor down there, and he's like, my master. But let's set him aside for now. So anyway, Megatron himself here. Get him up out of his throne. And we'll talk about that throne in a second too, so. But I just want to kind of go over the details of what I added to Megatron here. Yeah, come on. First of all, his, I guess I'll start with his head. Get him down. So his head was pretty heavily customized. Come on, focus. You did it, I know you can. There we go. It was made from a first movie Voyager head, Megatron head. The only difference was that head was kind of weird, so I had to make a mold of this little center crown piece from the Voyager, or the Revenge of the Fallen Voyager Megatron, and put that on there, and it blended really well. I got it in there really nice. And just gave him some nice detail there, and I kind of opted for the a little bit more torn out head. If you notice, like after in Dark of the Moon, Sentinel, you know, kind of beats the crap out of him. He literally rips part of his already open head wound out. So I just kind of went the bigger open head, and something it's focusing really nice. You can kind of see there. I did the paint job. I did a very faint red around things to kind of give that like very faint glow from his eye, and I really like that. I really like how I ended up getting that to just work very well. So on his hands here. So this hand is made from a Spawn Interlink figure with the one that has all these bunch of hinged joints and everything. And I did kind of go with the more hand routes, you know, I got the thumb and the forefingers, so it still looks like a hand, kind of. And just because, I don't know, I didn't really like the just random finger appendages that he had. And, you know, to everyone that's doing things that are movie accurate, kudos, because it's hard to pull off, and it is movie accurate. So I just decided to do something different. And then his other hand here, this is the Shapeways hand. Shapeways leader hand that's fully articulated. And then I just added other little pieces, you know, I got like a tube here, a couple of extra junk bits up here, so his right arm is a little bit bigger. You can barely even tell though. They're here, just, you know, little wires and pieces. Other little random bits, there's a little bit of just random like kibble pieces I added here, look like junk, and then put this chain here. And that's the thing, is that chain on his stomach actually isn't connected or movable. It's pretty well connected. This one on his chest is, and the cool thing about this is this still folds up for transformation and everything, but I didn't transform him, so you don't get to see that, so whatever. Other very small detail, I gave him his little toe claws. Not a huge deal, but kind of cool. Anyway, I really don't want to kill too much time with this, so I want to move right along. So the first thing, got his Shapeways Scatter Blaster. I tried really hard to paint it accurately. I think I did a pretty good job with the rust and dirt in the right places and other metal pieces, or just straight metal parts. That fits in his hand relatively well. This gun actually, this gun and this particular hand don't always agree with each other. Sometimes they look a little retarded, kinda like that, because it just won't fit. There we go. Damn it, motherfucker. Whatever. But anyway, he's got his scatter blaster. And I usually just put that on him, on his back, like so. Yep. Adjust the camera, and I can adjust the camera without hassle now. Oh, that's just so awesome. Yeah. In fact, I can actually bring the camera up a little bit because it's positioned a little low. It's giving you kind of the looking up at Megatron view, opposed to looking at him kind of eye level. That's a little better. All right, let's see. The cloak. Should have done the cloak first. So his cloak here is cloak here is made of just regular cotton cloth. I think I actually bought like a white t-shirt from like Michael's and just tore it up for this. But anyway, painted it tan, and then, you know, did the outline gunmetal just for that dirtier look. And what helped give it its nice clothy. After you paint it, it, you know, obviously paint hardens, and, you know, it becomes harder to actually move it. Loses kind of its fabric-y consistency, but I was able to get that back really well with just soaking the after I painted the cloak. I soaked it in water for like, I think 10, 15, 20 minutes, then just came back and wrung it out, and that's actually why you can kind of see the color is faded in some places. So it was actually a really good call there. And there's no correct way for it to really sit on Megatron. I mean, this hole is specifically for his head, but there's nothing that really holds it together specifically. So, you know, when you move it, it kind of jostles his hood a little bit. But it's easy to fix. And there's one hole over here for his little shoulder spikes. Alright, so the next thing, move on to his original MechTech gun that he came with. Was kind of cool. I liked the whole like gas tank of the Mack truck, or yeah, the big liquidy hazmat container or whatever the Mack truck is actually carrying, turning into the gun. The thing was, I kind of felt like this was a little short for him. You know, it kind of gives him that reminiscent G1 big cannon on the arm, but I just felt like it was kind of short. And even when it was extended, like so, I just kind of felt like that was a little too open. I just didn't feel like it portrayed the original very well. It did a decent job, but I would have liked something a lot bigger. So that's what I did. I actually made a little extension for it. Get his hand on. So this is the little extension I made for the gas tank cannon, and it was just made from a the gas tanks of his back legs, not his specifically, but a spare figure. And yeah, just cut off the sides, made it just kind of open up there. And it just connects with this little port, just fits right on the edge there. And granted, with the way that it was made, it doesn't seem heavy by itself, but when it's put on the tip of that gun that's already kind of overhanging, it does tend to be a bit heavy for him. Sometimes. He's still holding it just fine right now. Kind of cock his arm up like that, but yeah. But what I found is the best way to do it. Got his one arm down here. Give him the right pose. Yeah, and see like the bolt, the joint, the MechTech port of the cannon itself kind of slides in his forearm sometimes. But you can get it. And it's another thing I kind of like to do. I have to do this. There we go. Can extend the original piece and latch it. I know I can latch it. I've taken pictures with it latched. Okay, I'm gonna have to try and do this with his arm, off of his arm. Oh wait, I did get it latched. Oh, I'm retarded. Stand up, you bitch. Oh, I guess I did get it latched. Nope, no. Come on! Whatever. I guess it doesn't even need the latch because it just kind of closes on itself there when you put it in. Guess I should have played around with that a little bit more before doing the video. But anyway, put it about all the way halfway. And then yeah, it just kind of comes back like that. And that I really like. Because then it looks like it's this massive cannon that's charging up a super powerful friggin' blast. And can Megatron be trusted? The other thing is his hips are I've had troubles with his hips being a little soft. And I loosen the screws, and then, well, they're a little tight, and then I loosen the screws, and they're too soft, so that's part of him standing up, too, is kind of hard for him to stand up holding that up, but I can still get it really nice. Anyway, and what has Megatron's melee weapon of choice always been? A flail / mace. So, with the flail route there. So here is his flail. And nice chain there, nice metal chain, real metal chain, as are the ones on him, as are the chains I use on all of my customs. Not real rust. That's just paints. Although, I was able to get real rust on a sculpture I did once. But that's irrelevant. Anyway, I just like plugging the mace into my tech port on his other hand here. Raising it up, and I still kind of like putting the chain through his hand. That gives it just enough room for the mace or the flail to dangle there. And just that there. And is it gonna focus? Focus, focus, focus. There we go. So yeah, there is my custom Megatron, Harbinger of Death, with all of his cool shit that makes him the Harbinger of Death. And, well, I guess one last thing really quick, zoom off to the side, is the actual throne itself. Move Megatron way back so I have enough room here with the throne. This throne, I've taken to calling it the Throne of Conquest, built from fallen foes and allies alike. And it really is just a bunch of random junk pieces from a lot of other figures. It's pretty much all one solid piece. There's still random bits that, you know, move and have joints from the figures they were made from. But for the most part, I know it flips up too. But yeah, and this itself has, that counts as a mech tech port, but he's sitting there, so can't really use it. But he's got one on the side there, and one little spot I missed painting. But it's always filled in, so it doesn't really matter. He's got one here, oops, didn't see it, one here. That's where I tend to keep his scatter blaster. One here, it's where I tend to keep his fusion cannon. And then, yeah, just got this nice little spike here. So, yeah. Well, that is everything. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed my revised Megatron. Unfortunately, this one I will not be selling. This is my personal collection one. I will be doing another video relatively soon that is the custom project I am currently working on that I will be selling. I look forward to that. I've had a lot of fun with it, and I look forward to the other things I still have to do with it. So anyway, typical YouTube-ness, you know, like, subscribe, follow me, see my awesome work, see my other videos, and enjoy yourselves. See you all later.